Hello there. Long time no see, Gwyn. Nice. And hopefully, no, maybe not. Potentially, not much Cygwin ever again. If you have Windows 10 and you now have the Windows 10 anniversary update, which is supposed to have Bash built into it. So I've been doing a number of videos so far about, what you can do to make things easier with Cygwin, some different tips and tricks I've picked up. But now when the Windows 10 anniversary update is available, and it's supposed to have Bash built in, so that means like all the power of all these text tools, grep, sed, awk, being able to do some scripting and calling in other programs, piping everything together, that might be available to us without Cygwin anymore. So in this video, I'm actually going to follow along some steps from a website I found about how to install/enable Bash on Ubuntu on Windows 10. And then we'll give it a spin and see how it goes. So let's get started. You can see here, this is the website I am on, www.redmondpi.com, and we're just going to go through these steps one at a time and see how far it gets us. Now, let me just increase the text size a little bit and move that over there. Oops, let me bring that down. Okay, so step number 1. Enable developer mode by going to Settings and then Update and Security for Developers, Developer Mode, and it'll look like something like that. Okay, so I don't usually go to Settings, but I was just peeking around and I see it's here. So Update and Security is down at the bottom, and for developers, right there. And then at this point, we're going to go to developer mode. Developer mode. All right. It says here, turning on developer mode, including installing and running apps from outside the Windows Store, could expose your device and personal data to security risks or harm your device. Turn on developer mode. Yes. That's a lot like the Android setting about installing from untrusted sources, maybe? I don't know. Next up is step 2. When done, open the Start menu and search for Turn Windows Features on or off. It's kind of interesting. I mixed the words around because that's just how my brain works, I guess. Anyway, fire that up and make sure that Windows Subsystem for Linux Beta is ticked. Okay, so open the Start menu and search for Turn Windows Features on or off. Turn Windows Features, there it is, on or off. And I'm firing that up. And then, okay, searching for Windows Subsystem. I'm assuming it's alphabetical, Make sure that it's ticked. Okay, well, I'm making sure that it's ticked. Okay, I'm assuming I hit next. Save your changes. You need to reboot here. This will install Bash on your system. All right. Okay, so I guess I will pause the video and let it reboot, and we will resume after. Hi, I'm back. Took a while, but my computer has rebooted now, and I'm just looking through the next steps. Let's see. So we are now on step 4. So when you're back up and running, click the Start menu again and search for Bash. Run the command of the same name that appears in the search results. I'm assuming they mean search for Bash and then run Bash. I'm not sure exactly. So that's worded a little odd. Okay, so that's the best match. Bash run command. I guess that's it. Okay, and now here we go. I like to look at instructions. Let me look at the instructions first. You'll now be guided through a process that includes downloading Bash on Ubuntu on Windows from the Windows Store and then creating a new account. Okay. This is what my face looks like when I'm puzzled. New account for what? Maybe for the Windows Store, which I don't use that much. Alright, you know what, let's just read this. This will, maybe, I'll see if I can make it bigger. I wonder if the Minty tips work. Nope, I'm trying to use my mouse wheel and holding on control, and that doesn't make it bigger. So hopefully you can read this. I'll read it to you. Beta feature, this will install Ubuntu on Windows, distributed by Canonical and licensed under its terms available here. And I don't feel like reading that. Type Y to continue. Downloading from the Windows Store. Okay, and that's what it said it would do on this web page. So while that's downloading, see, I don't have a fast computer or a fast connection. Why don't we pause the video and resume when it's ready? Hello, and we're almost there. It's at 91% now. It seems to be moving faster than before. While it's working, I wanted to point out I noticed one thing here. So down in the comments, there's one person wrote that they were having trouble with internet access within Bash on one system. And the response is that if you have an antivirus firewall, it will block the Windows subsystem for Linux. So I do have that, I believe, and it actually causes me problems with other things. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out. And, hello, welcome back. I'm back. So I can see now what the website was saying about, what the web page was saying about having to create a new account. It's nothing to do with the Windows Store. It's actually asking me right here about creating the new Unix username. So here we see, I guess, the first difference between, what do they keep calling this thing? Bash on Ubuntu on Windows compared to Cygwin in that looks like it's totally separate in terms of security and user IDs. I really wish I knew how to make this bigger. Maybe if I no, that doesn't help at all. Okay. I will just say Mike because I suppose that's what I'm used to. And my password. Just gonna go with 123 for now. Type 123. Password updated successfully. Installation successful. The environment will start momentarily. Documentation is available at ... You know what? Let me see if I can. Okay, I cannot select the text. You know, I've already watched another video about someone else who has installed, I'm forgetting the name of this, sorry, Bash on Ubuntu on Windows, and they had many complaints right out of the gate, and it looks like I already do as well. Because, I mean, if this is the way to interact with it, well, I hope they improve it later, because not being able to select text out of the terminal that you're working with is not cool. Alright, I will type this in manually. Yes. Okay. And hope I don't make any mistakes. So what is it? WSL docs. Bash on Ubuntu on Windows. I've been told before I don't pronounce Ubuntu correctly. Ubuntu, I don't know, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me right now. Okay. I probably should have read this first. Normally I do a lot of prep work before I create my videos, but I thought maybe this time I'd go like live-ish. So let's expand this out so I can look at it. It's not yet complete. Okay. We know there are issues and incomplete features. Okay. All right. I don't read that quickly. Ooh. Demo of 17 minutes. No. Okay. All right. Nothing to read right now, I guess. Ooh, command reference. I'll just let that load and I'll come back to it later. Let's go back to here. Okay, so I'm in. Mike at Acer laptop. That is the name of this laptop. Mount. C. Windows. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Because the other video I saw before, this person wasn't able to access their file system. So that means I should be able to go, let's try to do that first. Okay, again, oh, you know what? Let's expand this out. So what do we see? We see, oh, I should try and select, oh yeah, I can't select text. Okay, root file system. Okay, all right, so it's not actually showing the C drive as being mounted. Because, I mean, if I were to go and open up a Cygwin bash terminal, right, and I say mount from here, I think I can see, right? Yeah, C drive on there. But because I saw C Windows System 32, that must mean that's just how it is. So if I look here, I see what looks like the usual stuff. There's bin, home. Oh, let's go home. Let's go home. And here's Mike. That's me. Yeah. And I have nothing in there as expected. And C drive should be here. Alright, that is really small. So I'm going to C drive in case you can't see what I'm doing, because I don't know how to change the font. Oh, maybe I right click. Edit. Mark and paste. This looks a lot like the Windows command shell, or whatever you call it. Let's go to properties. Right? Cursor, no, font. There we go. This one was bigger. It was, I think it was, what was it before? 12? Let's make it 18. There we go. There we go. Better, right? You should be able to see better now. I can see better now. Maybe I don't need these anymore. Okay, let's take a look. That is my stuff. Oh, you guys can see my stuff now. Great. Well, let's give it a try. I have, there's my ctemp. I've just created a file called treasure. Sorry, wrong button. Let's go searching for treasure. Find name treasure.txt. Oh, sorry. How do I? Oh, hold on. Find. Oh, I didn't do the find command. Name. Oh, here from this point. Yes, that's right. Name treasure. Okay, lots of permission denied, which I guess is to be expected. Slow hard drive. Maybe I should have just went into created it in a subfolder. But anyway, it looks like the find command is doing what it would normally do. In the meantime, let me just look at the command list, command reference. Bash, bash, bash. Manage. Okay, I don't really want to read that right now. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Let's break out. Okay, let's just go straight into temp. And you know what? We are going to make a directory called dummy, and we're going to move treasure into dummy and using tab completion, which does exist here. Fantastic. And we will run the find command again. Yeah, okay, great. So let's go in there and look at it. Okay, all right, let's try to do a grep of things. Grep for letter R and everything. Oh, it has color. Okay, all right. Let's do, I believe this is how I would want to do it for any kind of, oops, nice. Okay, so in addition to having grep, it actually does the color. I don't think the grep in Cygwin will do that for you right off the bat. Let's see. I go in there and increase the font size here so you can see. So this is Cygwin. Let's run the same command. And can I? Oh, if I, how do I do this? So if I'm trying to select that text because I'm lazy. Edit, mark, and now I can mark it, and I believe I press enter. Yeah, that's like the other one. And I can just paste that in. Yeah, okay. Oh. A better version of grep, I suppose. Grep version, is that how I see it? 2.24. Grep version. 2.16. I suppose it has some settings that are pre-configured to show color, because I know grep can do it. I've done it before, but just I wasn't expecting it to color it by default. Okay. I can check to see if sed works, but I'd imagine it does. All right. Okay, let's sed to just do so no printing, and just print the first line of treasure. Yeah, that's right. Let's try the internet access. So they were saying I might have trouble with internet. And do ping? Ping works. Which ping am I using? And the internal ping. Let's go for Google. Permission denied. Okay, so let's try to disable shield control. This is what I have to do sometimes for different websites. So let's just go for 1 hour. And confirm it. Okay, let's try that again. Ping. Didn't I just, yeah, unprotected. Yeah, that normally works. Maybe if I restart bash, because it's a whole subsystem, so I don't know. Let me give it another minute. Still not working. Okay, let's exit out. And run bash again. There we are. No, now it's nice and colorful. Bash on Ubuntu on Windows. And nice and small again. It didn't keep my changes. So let's see if we can change it and make it permanent. 20. How do I make that permanent? All right, I don't see the option. Anyway, okay, ping www.google.com. Still no. Okay. Okay. So one other thing that I like about Cygwin is the ability to mix the commands. So you could have something, which I've actually done on accident many times, running a program that is not that did not come in with Cygwin. It was actually something else that you've installed or what have you, running that, and then putting that out in a pipeline along with regular Cygwin commands, but grep, sed, whatever. So let's see if we can do something similar here. I would need a sample command for that. Something that I have in one spot, but I don't have in here. Now, what could that be? Zip. It was a zip. I think it was zip. Unzip. Which unzip? I have no unzip. Oh, that was my work computer. Okay, I don't even have it here. I wonder if this one has unzip. But I could get it. Sudo apt. Yeah. What's this? Sudo apt-get install unzip, huh? My password is 123. Don't hack me. Well, hold on a second. Where is it getting this from? I can't ping google.com, but I can install from this website. Okay, maybe I should ping this website. Let's try that. Ping archive ubuntu.com. Okay, let's try curl. Do we have curl? Aha, okay. Let's try to curl. I think it's just the URL. Let's give that a try. ubuntu.com/ubuntu. Okay. Yes, that definitely looks like a web page that would get returned. Index of /ubuntu. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, looking good. So I have internet access. Can I ping on? I don't usually try to ping things unless I have problems. Well, that worked. Which ping is that? I'm actually typing which ping is that. Oh, that's not internal. That's not a internal to Cygwin. So that is, I'm actually using the Windows system ping. I wonder if I can do the same thing with, what's this called again? Bash on Ubuntu on, whatever. So yeah, bash on, just to get the name right. So this bash on Ubuntu on Windows does not have ping. Oh, sorry. It does have ping, but it doesn't work. Whereas Cygwin, I don't have ping installed, but I can make use of the Windows one. So let's see if I can make use of the Windows and not Ubuntu ping. So where am I again? What was it? Mount C Windows system lowercase 32. No. Simple. Yeah. Okay, system 32. Yeah. All right. So ping should be here. Maybe it's not here. No such file or system. Directory. There's my brain again. Yes, because that's what I'm using over here. C, Windows, System 30. Except I notice it's lowercase s in Cygwin, but uppercase S here. What is in here? Something that takes a very long time to list. Okay, alright. How come? Okay, where is? And okay, I can. Alright, let's try that again. LSP. Okay, now let's go this way. P, uppercase P. That's a lot of P's. Ah, use the find command. Good thinking, whoever was thinking about it in the audience. iname ping. Ping, and let's just go with, how does iname work? I think just star. Oh, did something come up? ping.e ping. Oh, all capitals. What do you know? Okay, all right, do it. /ping, and then www.google.com. Cannot execute. Execute binary file, exec format error. Okay, I think I was reading something about this, and the reason is they were saying it's not some kind of emulation. It really is Ubuntu bash on Ubuntu, so it's that kind of executable. So you cannot run one on the other. Oh, maybe if we had Wine. Wine is not an emulator. I'm not going to bother with that. I wouldn't know where to start with that. But so if do they have file? Do I have file? Okay, I do have file. What does it say it is? Okay, right. So there. I mean, that's the build. Okay, and if I say which ping, and then if I try to do a file of let's go with which ping. Yeah. ELF. I don't know what ELF stands for, but I remember seeing that a lot. Okay. Interesting. Yes. So I guess you cannot do that. You cannot mix and match commands that are built into the bash on Ubuntu on Windows environment along with other Windows commands that you may grab from here and there. For example, JQ, which is a very neat. Let me just type out there. What is that? Okay, let me just type JQ. I think it was. I had never searched for that before. I'm so happy it wasn't anything obscene. Then I'd have to edit the video more than I would normally. So JQ, a lightweight and flexible command line JSON processor. It's available for Windows and actually let's just say Linux. Oh, it's X, Windows, and other platforms. In Cygwin, I was able to download the Windows version and use it just like that. Here, I guess I would, if I wanted it, I would have to grab the Linux version and then try to run it. So if you're using a cross-platform tool, then fantastic, because you could put it in. I'm not going to try it now. I'm just going to assume that it works. I might try it later. But I suppose it's less flexible that way, unless there's some easy way workaround. But an easy would have to be important, because the whole reason I use Cygwin is because it makes things easy. I can mix and match. I can run whatever command I want, all within that terminal. But here, oh, did I close it already? Oh no, there it is. Yeah, not used to seeing that. I just totally ignored that. Yeah, but here, it's not as flexible. But as they said on their website, on the Microsoft website, it's still not complete. So I suppose that's the end of this video. I'm going to have to do some serious cutting and editing because it's super long. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it as it is, and whoever wants to look at it can look at it, because they might want to see. I'll keep this installed on my computer, and I'll keep playing with it to see. I guess I'll have to read the website to see if it will automatically update, or if I have to run updates to see how it's improving. But right now, I would not use it. It doesn't let me run a mixture of programs. Like everything has to be built for Ubuntu, Linux, and I can't go back to not being able to select text with my mouse. I'm so used to that now. It's such a useful feature. They would have to make that possible. And also, I still haven't figured, I mean, I've only been working on this, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but I don't know how to make it save these changes. I don't see an option here to say, save changes. So what? Every time I open this up, I'm going to have to change the font settings again and again. That's another thing on the to-do list, I'm sure. I'm not sure. I would imagine it's on. Okay, but that's it. So my first impressions of Bash on Ubuntu on Windows. I'd be interested in hearing what you guys have to think about it, assuming you give it a try and anyone watches this video. Okay, bye.